So especially like just straight up equations, that's what you should be doing.
Right.
So give it some thought. I could obviously go either way, and I understand that.
No, I just, like, what is, I guess, how do you, like, what part of the assignment are you, like, looking at to make sure kids, like, have done it? Like, how, what is the format? Like I'm on board, but I'm trying to picture, like, 20 questions with space enough for kids to solve and to check their work. It's just, like, a lot. Like,
It could just be several pages, right?
Yeah.
I would say, so it's probably going to be several pages.
Okay.
But one of those pages, perhaps you have 1 through 20, and then you have a space down here for like number 7. Right? And that's the one where I really want to see that you showed and checked your work. Maybe you have 1 through 20, and you say like, number 7 is starred, and star means like, I'm going to check to make sure you checked. And then you eventually like wean them off of the star, and they just know anytime it is this type of a problem, you absolutely need to check. Because I am not of the opinion that every single problem needs to have like, they need to redo the problem a different way. I think that leads to a lot of busy work. But in certain types of problems where it's just an equation out of context, that you just need to substitute and do that. Does this make any sense? What's here?
Is it just like a blank for answers? I guess.
Yeah, so it should be like 1, blank, 2, blank, 3, blank, and then all their work is shown here. 1, 2, 3. And then you can put another blank below for like the special one you want them to show. Or you could just indicate here, like, I'm going to be looking for your work on this one to make sure you checked it.
Okay. Yeah, because how I've been formatting their homework now is like a column for answers and a column for work. But I can usually only squeeze if I'm giving them enough room. Like 6 or 7 problems per set.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be 2 pages, double-sided.
Okay.
I mean,
No, I know.
Yeah, part of that. Part of the cell is like, hey Georgia Tech, we are behind. Like, but you're capable and you're making progress. So like, let's just fly forward. It's going to be a little bit painful.
Yeah, I sort of previewed because I knew like I was going to make the shift for like accountability, and I like previewed that with them today. And like tomorrow, after the quiz, we're gonna go over like expectations like really explicitly. Yeah. And so just like having an idea, like basically like you're going to have 2 pages of homework on a night, like, and that's just how it is. Like I think they're in a good enough place where I have to like figure out the exact message tonight, but it should be alright.
Yeah, I don't see like. A lot of kids totally flipping out about it. I see some parents possibly pushing back, but they've been with us long enough that they know like things are supposed to be hard. And they're probably enough to suspect that things should probably be harder than they currently are. Yeah. So that's good. The message is like, you think this is hard. Like high school is really hard. They probably say that in high school too about college. Yeah. And they're right. All right, so I think we've gone through the problems that I really wanted to dig into. Did you have any lingering questions about it?
Like, we've kind of talked through it. It's just like, so like skills, like one of the things I read about was like they did abysmally on like rounding to the nearest 10th. And what I put in there is like when I get to like the geometry unit and like just trying to build, like put that skill, like explicitly teach it beforehand, and then sort of carry on to flashcards. And just be like, hey, round this number to the nearest 1,000, round this to the nearest whatever. So
you could maybe even make a game out of that. So they did abysmally. You're going to need to spend 5 minutes reteaching it. You underline teach. This is how you find the place that we're talking about. And circle the digits to the right. These all become zeros. Like We don't need to dig into the conceptual meaning of rounding. I think they just need to know how to do the skill. You can make a game out of it, just get numbers, and then like pull a digit, and so like first one to round this to this place. Right, now round that same thing to this place.
Right.
Like with points and major awards involved.
And the other one was mean, median, and mode. Like I know they can do it in isolation. Like if they haven't seen mean, median, and mode, if it asks for the mean, they'll find the median. If it asks for the median, they'll find the mode or the mean, or like how. Just throw in like, is that just for one of the homework?
Yeah, I think it's one problem from now until
The end of time.
the end of time. And I just wanted, like, where would they go for reference on that?
They're not say we've
So they have it
explicitly
All
written
right.
it.
Yeah. You don't want to send them home to do homework assignments and then have them like have no recourse. Like you're just going to get it wrong because you don't know it. You want to make sure they have a way to.
My phone number is also on the homework assignment.
Great. All right. So just let's spend 1 more minute just kind of recapping. Like, what do you still need to do with this?
All right. So first thing that I will probably do is actually, just because it's pressing on me right now, is sort of list out, like go through this and figure out like how often I want to hit each skill and like how much each day, and sort of fill in my homework for the week, for the next month or so.
Before you do that, can you take a look at IA3 and
Yeah.
preview the skills that you suspect they're going to need practice with, and just mash those two together. The skills you identified from here and the IA3 skills that you haven't seen.
Yes. So the first thing I will do is take IA3, which is actually on my kitchen table, and I was going to do that last night, but I didn't. So preview IA3 and fill in homework through January 25th with things to do. Calendar out the aims, paying attention to like reteaching standards and skills from IA3. I think in addition to like just annotating the problem, like figuring out what skills I want to hit for problem of the day, like chunking information, like eliminating extraneous information, like everything, like list out those skills, and then fill in the skills or the problem of the day focus.
So like list them out for yourself and then calendar them.
Calendar, yeah.
Okay.
And then, are we going to talk more about this tomorrow? Because like mental math, like I still want them to like work on this more, but then like, I don't, like with my tutoring group, I've been playing sort of a mental math game.
Yeah, we are talking about that tomorrow, PD.
Okay, so that's the
After tomorrow, like you fill in your mental math calendar.
and then the do now skills and calendaring out, like based on those skills, like what student am I going to check in with, if any, for that problem.
Great. All right, I think you got it all. This is not going to be easy.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of work, but I think
I
that
was
work
gonna say,
here.
this isn't due tomorrow.
No, this is not
Okay.
due tomorrow. This is due after. So you're going to have just about all of data day to work on this.
Okay.
It's due after data day. It's going to take a lot of that time, but it's my hope that that is going to lead to like a pretty airtight way to make sure you're hitting all the things identified here, to like reteach it effectively, hold kids accountable on homework, help the individual kids in quick question time. I think there's a lot of good that's going to come out of this.
Yeah. Great.
All right. Well, and okay.
I really hope that wasn't